Hey guys, what's up? Cardfight here, and today I'm here with the deck profile. This is the updated Dimensional Robo deck profile with the support from Fighters Collection 2015 Winter. And let's get right into the deck profile. So, starting Vanguard, we're running Die Shoot. So his skill is Generation Break 1, move this card into Soul. If you have a Dimensional Robo Vanguard, give it plus 4,000 power. And new skill, when this card attack hits a Vanguard, you may choose one of your opponent's rear guards and retire it. So he's pretty much a more beefed up version of Die Magnum, and you can run Die Magnum instead if you don't want to have him get rewinded and stuff early on, so that you can still have that soul for Great Ayusha skill. But his extra retiring does put more pressure on your opponent, so I like that. So running Die Shoot. Next, we're running four true Dimensional Robo Great Kaiser. He's a Legion. He Legions with Great Ayusha, and his skill is when this card's in Legion, and you have 3 or more Dimensional Robo Soul, this card gets an extra critical. And the second skill is kind of last one. When you drive check a grade 3, you will pay the cost. If you have if your Legion mate has 2 or more crit, you pay the cost, and then choose one of your opponent's guardians and retire it. So he basically guard breaks for kind of last one. If your Ayusha has enough criticals, or has enough criticals. Next, we're running 4 of the normal Die Kaiser. He's the Break Ride, and his skill is kind of last one. When a Dimensional Robo rides on top of this, Dimensional Police rides on this card, you pay the cost. If you do, your Vanguard gets plus 10,000 power and extra critical, and he gets the Guard Crush skill. So basically, if you ride into him and you Legion, then you can Guard Crush 2 cards if you draw trigger grade 3. Given that you kind of lost for this guy, since his Guard Crush cards are kind of less. But yeah, if he puts out 2 perfect guards for some reason, then you know, GG, good game. Next, we're running 2 Great Ayusha. Great Ayusha skill is Limit Break 4. If this card has if you have 3 or more Dimensional Robo units in your soul, he gets plus 2,000 power and extra critical. The critical does not add to your Vanguard attack, but the 2,000 power does. And yeah, his second skill is if you have a non-dimensional Robo rear guard, then he gets minus 2,000 power, and he also has a cross ride skill, which does not matter. So we're running 10 grade 3s in total. I know people that like to run more, but I think 10 is, the max I'll go. Since we have a new card that can help us pretend to be grade 3s, we have Dimensional Robo Die Bazooka. And Die Bazooka's skill is, when this card attacks, if you have a Kaiser Vanguard, then this card gets an extra 2,000 power during that battle, so he's an 11k attacker. And the second skill is pretty unique. It activates in the drive zone, or in the trigger zone. And his skill is, if you have a Kaiser Vanguard and this card's in the trigger zone, he gets an extra grade, so he becomes a grade 3. And you also get the counter charge 1 and soul charge 1. So he kind of helps. It's a pretty unique card, and he's also pretty solid. Next, we're running for Die Jet. Die Jet skill is once per turn, Generation Break 1. You can choose 1 grade 3 Dimensional Robo in your drop zone and put it back into your deck. And then you can choose 1 Vanguard and give it plus 4,000 power and extra skill. The new skill is Catalyst 1. When your Vanguard attack hits, you may pay the cost. If you do, draw a card. So obviously he's gonna be here to help you reuse your grade 3s. Very useful card, and the extra draw also really helps. So there's that. He's a pretty key card, so definitely run him. Yeah, these grade 2s are pretty key in the deck. The next grade 2 I'm running is like, you know, pretty subjective. You can change this if you want. A lot of people like to use, I think the other card's called I forgot what the promo was called. But you move him into Soul and you give your new Vanguard new skill. I don't like it, but instead I'm running 2 Die Dragons. Die Dragon's skill is he's a 12k attacker, and he helps you form 19 key columns early game so that you can rush your opponent if you want to get them damage earlier, high damage earlier, so that you can, you know, crit them for a game later. And then grade 1s, we have 1 Commander Laurel. If you are playing the English format, definitely run more of this. Since in the Japanese format he's restricted to 1, I can only run 1. But when I do draw into this card, I usually do win games. He does increase your win rate by a lot, so definitely a very good card. Especially if you try to die Leon and you Guard Crush, and then you kind of lost 1 for the Guard Crush, and then you restand. You restand your Vanguard, and then you can attack again. That's just really, really good. So definitely, Commander Laurel is MVP. Wish I could run more, but you know you can't. So yeah. So next, we're running 3 Die Tigers. Die Tigers is the 10k attacker, is also used for rushing, so that you can get your opponent's damage to higher, faster. Really depends on what deck you're playing against. If you're playing against a deck that has heavy retiring and rewinding, then you probably don't want to slap these out too early on, but each to his own. Next, we're running 2 Limit Break Enablers, in case you want Limit Break earlier, so that you can smack your opponent's face with Break Rides and stuff. If your opponent is trying to Great Lock you, then you can just use this and Break Ride and attack. It has happened before. I don't know why. I think they were Great Stuck instead. But yeah. And then next we're running 3 Yukas. Yuka, her skill is Generic 1. When this card is placed in a rearguard circle, you can choose one of your dimensional Robo units and give it plus 4,000 power. So she's a 7k base dimensional Robo unit. She's an okay card. She's also very cute. If you can run Laurels instead, I would definitely run Laurels over her, but she's a okay card to help you pump up numbers. So, yeah. It would be better if she gives an extra skill too, but can't be too greedy. Next, running for Perfect Guard Gs, not Perfect Guard Gs, we're running the Dayusha, not the Dimension Robo Perfect Guards. Brain fart. We're running these because if you ride a Perfect Guard G, then you'll probably be missing Dimensional Robo units for your soul. So even though you don't wanna ride a Perfect Guard, if you have to, then this card will make it less bad. While if you're riding a Perfect Guard G, then yeah, some crap might happen, and you don't get the extra critical, or you don't get the Guard Crush from your True Die Kaiser, so you don't want that to happen. So we're running Perfect Guard, the Dimensional Robo Perfect Guard instead. Yeah, but you can run it if you want. This deck is pretty counter boss heavy, but I personally don't think the Perfect Guard Gs will help too much. We have Die Bazooka to help us in that aspect. Yeah. So next for the triggers, we're running 8 crits, 4 heals, and 4 draws. Pretty standard lineup. You can run more crits if you want, but this deck isn't too good at gaining advantage, so running the draws just in case you're playing against something that has a heavy retiring stuff. So let's move on to the G Zone. Next, G Zone running 4 of the 99th, whatchamacallit, Die Earth guy. Skill is Counterloss 2. If you have a persona flip, and then you can choose a grade 2 and a grade 3 not Dimensional Robo unit and Superior call them. And then if you have 2 or more face-up Dimensional Robo units in your G-Zone, then he gets extra critical. Running these to help you set up the field earlier so that you can attack faster. You can take this out and run run a Die Tiger instead, but I'm just running 4 because I got my 4th one. And for the other card in G-Zone, running Die Leon because he's quite good. Skill is once per turn, Generous Break 2, Counterloss 1, Persona Flip. When you drive check a Kaiser, if you have a Kaiser Heart, then you get an extra skill, the new skill. And the new skill is when this card drive check grade 3, you can retire 1 unit in the Guardian Circle, and you can retire Sentinels. So basically, just guard crushes. Running 4/4 mainly because it's more YOLO this way and it's more fun. But you can run. I've seen people get away with running 2 Die Leons. You can run two Die Leons if you want, but if you happen to not kill your opponent on your first Die Leon, then you don't have a second chance. Also, running 4 Die Leons when you have a Laurel on the field is pretty lulz. So yeah, that's pretty much my deck. Sorry for all the brain farts. I'm filming this at like 3 AM. So yeah, mainly putting this up because I haven't posted a video in a long time. Been pretty busy and pretty tired, so I'm trying to pump up more stuff. I've been playtesting on the weekend, and so I have more decks to show you guys, but for now, this is it. But anyway, this is Kartaku, and I'll see you guys later.